Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. Tonight, we're talking about 7 ways why appreciation dissolves the limitations of forgiveness. Something I discovered in my own life is forgiveness has a memory. And when you're forgiving somebody, the memories never go away. And even some of the other stuff. And sometimes we do a kind of a fallacy in forgiveness, which, oh, yeah, but we never feel the forgiveness actually go from us to them, and we still carry that images and stuff in our subconscious mind. But when you open up to appreciation, you begin to see the value, and you see who you are and the good in you, and the really the acumen, ability, agility, and audacity to forgive them. And when you appreciate them, you're getting the value. It's just like a house. It's just like life. When you say appreciation, you're raising the value of your own core campaigner, your heart and soul, and all of your energy. You're actually freeing your energy from their energy. And you ain't thinking about what they did. You're actually starting to adventurously propel fun of the sun's splendor through your veins of fame. Appreciation instead of acceptance or all that other stuff. When you appreciate it, you feel the value of it, but you also feel the liberation in the dance to enhance your life with sovereignty. As appreciation opens my heart eyes, and soul seers ears to listen, witness, and illuminate my paths of pristine appreciation of my illuminated internal enlightenment instantly clears away stagnating mindfulness pertaining to healing, as healing keeps me being a servant to my memories of my past. And that's really what we're liberating ourselves from the memories and being a servant to our past. And that's what Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity is all about. And what I write, it's about being liberated in the new now. Wow. See, we always say new, but that takes it out. But when you say new now, wow, that brings it here, because wow avows the adventurous, visionary, omniific wisdom within you to chauffeur you through life. Something I've opened up to is I like to be chauffeured. How do you like to be chauffeured? Just think you're sitting in a big old Rolls Royce, big old puffy seats. You're sitting there relaxed, and your spirit, your wisdom, insight, clarity, inspiration, intuition, imagination, they're all just chauffeuring you so effortlessly through life. And with your spirit prowess, it's going to take you to the events, encounters, and experiences that rise you to your liminal carpet glide, to feel liberated with an autonomous expansion of audacity. You can look life in the eye with an inner wise wanderer's lure. And you can open up. And what appreciation does, invigorates some subconscious scenarios of curiosity to make you inquisitive about your life. You're going to question your way to wherever you want to go. You're going to think and know your way to 10 seconds ago. That is something I really, really have discovered. You stop using think and know in your daily life and listen to witness, observe, and view the visionary epiphanies internally. It opens your eyes of wise to play on your fields of prosperity. And something I've really have expanded to understand. My daily life triggers my subconscious mind. Good, bad, or indifferent, it triggers it. And whatever emotional image or anything has pertaining to that is how I'm going to react or respond to life. And see, when we have a subconscious mind with mindsets and all this, we're locked and blocked in what has already happened in our life. But however, today occurs for opening conscious clarity, unleashing rebellious savvy to you to enjoy today. When you appreciate the situation, you stop bitching and belly aching about what happened, and you start looking onward and upward and forward to feel the omnific revolutionary wisdom, appreciating the rebellious dreamer's dexterity within yourself. As you let go of trying to forgive somebody and you appreciate that experience, you kind of journal to it and ask, where's the wisdom, insight, and clarity to rise that was rising me to a new plateau in my life on our pathways of prosperity and peace. If you let go of solutions and answers and look and just be on a pathway of enlightenment, you can listen and keep going. Because when you're looking for solutions and pathways, you're just like this. You're looking in a boundary. But when you're on a pathway of enlightenment, you just feel the illumination of your own rebellious energy to ride and rope to the winner's circle of your life. You know, I wrote this a long time ago, but rodeo is a lot like life. And rodeo, you know, it's got rough stock. It starts out with the bareback, which is just a man. It's just a one arm. It's a man's toughness against a horse's ability and agility. That's something a lot of people never understand. That rodeo livestock, they're agile. And you know what's really awakening is some of them horses and bulls, they really like that. They enjoy it. And if you're ever on Facebook, look up Nothing But Try Ranch and look at a bull called Hard Labor. That bull is 2,000 pounds of spoil. He got hurt and he can't do nothing, but it was his daughter's pet. So now she's got a 2,000-pound pet. But it's just fun to watch that and appreciate that animal. And now he's even got the attitude, nose in the air, horns back, lays in the pen, gets fed, gets massages, and that's what he does. But you know, but rodeo is because we have calm while it's in the chute, then the 8 seconds of the ride is like life. It's a mel of a hess, and it's just chaotic. And then at the end of the ride, pickup men come in, take people up. That's just like life. We have the calm, the instant chaos, and then the pathway, the wisdom, insight, and clarity for the illuminate the pathway sets us down, filters us through life. Something I've really encompassed in my life. I never appreciate my life enough. I didn't appreciate my parents have passed. I never even come close to appreciating my parents the way I should. Every second of every day is an appreciative encounter with bountiful bliss. My thing is I thought life was going to go perfect. Well, this is what I want. This is the way it's going to go. And when it didn't, I did my Napoleon narcissist knuckleheadedness stuff. I can't say that 10 times fast, but I did. And life, soon as you set a goal or a boundary or something in life, you're inviting the chaos, the challenges, the adversity and controversy to rise you out of your current situation, to do your 8-second ride through life, to be into the paths of enlightenment, illuminating your trails of triumph. And here's what's really the awakening thing for me is realizing it all occurs inside me. The outside world is actually innocent. I made it guilty by thinking and knowing it. And if you're willing to let go of thinking and knowing and open up to inspiration for thinking and express the image inspirations and understand for knowing, comprehend for learning, wisdom for knowledge, and revelations for thoughts, that expands you into understanding the because thinking and knowing have representations, but inspiration, understanding, uh, comprehend, wisdom, and revelation. The subconscious mind has zero uh, recollections there. It's free flowing, and actually, it opens up the curiosity of your subconscious mind because listening opens it up because you can never think and know and listen at the same time. And I was really good at that one. Talking my way to the outhouse. I realize now I'll listen my way to the penthouse, talk my way to the outhouse. But as you understand, appreciating the person is giving them the highest forgiveness you can because you're not thinking negatively about them. You're actually appreciating your own talents and you rise them out of it. But you appreciate your life, you know, and that's something I've really expanded to understand appreciation and appreciate my life, you know, in every situation in it. It's every situation I've ever been involved in has wisdom, insight, clarity, and all my good is in the core of it. Trouble is, I always stayed in the shell of hell. I'd look at it from my thinking mind and I'd look at the shell of it. Never take the time to listen and question and comprehend the wisdom that's in the center of the situation. It's kind of like the hurricane. The center of the hurricane is calm. But I always stayed out in my egotistical arrogance, know-it-all ignorance, stubbornness, and hard-headedness. I stay right there, and then I'd bellyache like something really happened. And then when it was over, nothing really happened. Zilch happened because I stood there to listen and witness the situation. Your everyday life is going to rise you out of your past. Your daily encounters. But the thing is, never go in knowing what's there. Go in listening to your daily life. You don't want to listen just to listen. You want to listen for the unique wisdom and insight that's going to rise you out of it. Because your daily life has wisdom and it's never going to sit here and show you it. But when you listen and witness, and also when you can smell the sovereign bliss of your life, you can rise out of it. Something I've done for me is I took the word self out of my life. I use sovereign because sovereign is unattached to outside sources. And sovereign liberation allows me to travel through life with a listening invitation, boldly energizing, robust, adventurous, trend-setting ingenuity, optimizing now. Because that's where we're going to, now is all we have. Everything occurs right here in front of us. And it either, for me, I have a timeline. This is my past going this way and this way. And if I go this way, I know I'm coming from the past going to the now. But when you open up to appreciate your life events and appreciate people for who they are, and one thing, people may be kind of arrogant in this, that's them. That has nothing to do with you. And that's something I really had to rise out of, because when people got egotistical arrogant, I'd get on the I'd be kind of on the fight with them. But I've discovered when people are egotistically arrogant and want to tell me this and that, let them say all the bad stuff, then when we're all done, just say thank you. Oh, and by the way, none of them words pertain to me because they all come from you. So thank you, and walk away. When you can appreciate your life situations, you'll let go and stop bitching and belly aching about your life. This is what was really woke me up, was everything in my life, good, bad, or indifferent, I allowed. I either did it, and if I would have never took a drink, let my egotistical arrogance control my life, my know-it-all ignorance control my life, my stubbornness and hard-headedness, I'd have never had a challenge in life. Everything would have been a chauffeured celebration. But my egotistical arrogance and know-it-all ignorance, it caused 90% of what I was. But something I have learned, I've never done anything. People look at me with guilty eyes. And when you feel guilt, that means you're looking at your life with guilt. But when you can open up to appreciate you for your talents, your acumen, ability, agility, and audacity, you can look life in the eye and energize your daily experiences. Because you can read all the books, do everything you want, but it's still the physical world right here and now is going to rise you out of your past and show for you too your trails of triumph. But appreciating you for your talents, you know, not everybody has different talents, but you have talents that are above the mainstream way of life, and to rise you onto your trails of triumph. But appreciation takes away the angst and the blame and the shame, because life gets in the way of life. Because as soon as you set an intention or anything, life is going to put something in the way. See if you go into dismay or you're okay to keep traveling. But whenever something unsavory happens, allow yourself the time to listen, question it, and move on. Because I had one of them quick tempers. I could fly off the handle really fast, but the only thing I did was shut off the listening, and I shut off hearkening the wisdom, insight, and clarity of the situations. But when you can appreciate whoever you appreciate yourself, appreciate your life events and all the people, you rise out of the stuck in the muck of yesterday. And something else, the subconscious mind's frozen in time representations are always filled with emotions, feelings, the words people spoke, and all the energy of the situation. And once that subconscious mind triggers and representation, it bogs your inner dialogue down to whatever was happening, and you start expressing all that. And something I've discovered, you'll never have a positive inner dialogue. You got to keep that little con artist questioning and saying why they're saying this, because whenever the emotions and the feelings and everything are triggered, you're going to say whatever comes from the subconscious, and it happens so fast we have no control over it. See, that's the thing. We don't control that inner dialogue. Now we can open up to learn to question it. And when you can keep questioning what is going on the inside, you can rise out of the nullifying inner dialogue into an inspired dialogue. And that's something I've really discovered for myself. Inspiration shuts off the desperation of yesterday. And I stopped using the word positive. You use the word inspired, inspiration, inspired, because it comes from here. And the words, and something I really want to open up to people is the reason for change, heal, create, transformation, forgiveness, all them words make it a challenge because you can do it, but the memory and all the images are still there. So if you're really willing to listen to your image inspirations and expand out of it, energize your emancipating talents, enterprising your life to experience your dreams. I took change, heal, create, and transformation out of my life in 2009. It's expand, energize, enterprise, experience. Then as I moved along, I really started understanding, take every word that has a memory like change. Everybody, the pain and change, but expand is grand to understand the situation. And we'll never think and know our way through anything. We're going to listen, question, comprehend, understand, and hearken to wisdom, smelling the roses of the revolutionary revelations in it to expand. But the thing about uh, forgiveness is images of feelings and emotions are still awake within us. But when you can appreciate that person, appreciate that event or the encounter, but most of all, you're appreciating you for the courage to stop falling prey to yourself. It's a simple saying. I liberate me from me, my viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs. Because all the other stuff is out here. All the stuff you're really trying to rise out of is in here. And when you rise out of it, you liberate you from you. And that's I use liberation over heal because there's zero memory in liberation. And there's zero memory in inspiration. But everything you think and know has memory with other people's words and everything involved. So if you're really opening up to a send of appreciation, it shuts off your insecurity and immaturity to thinking you're never good enough. And I wake up every morning with, I am inspired to experience today as the best day of my life. First words out of your mouth in the morning can shut down a lot of things, but every day is the best day of my life. It's up to me to experience it. And see, I never practice anything. I never do that. I experience the grandeur of my life as I listen my way to wherever I want to go, desire to go. But appreciation shuts off the limitations of forgiveness. Because forgiveness, people can say they forgive people. I forgive people, but there's still a little bit of that memory and the angst all in there. But when you can appreciate you for having the courage to appreciate that person, you start rising out of it. And that's the thing. I don't shift and I don't do transformation. Shift, I drove oil field truck in Wyoming and I slid down a hill backwards. So shift isn't coming back. And transformation, I'm a union electrician. Things come in. We bring something into a building, 500,000 volts, step down to 12,400, 480, 277, all the way down to 48 volts. However, when we turn that on, we energize it. So when you energize your talents, your everything in your life, you're turning on your paths of enlightenment, chauffeuring yourself to your trails of triumph, because everybody encompasses the talent to experience their dreams, desired lifestyle, everything. Only thing, it's not going to be in the mainstream of the world. It's going to be your mainstream of mystical audacity and energy and insight and clarity, because we're all free flowing energy. Inspiration, wisdom, intuition, imagination, and spirit prowess. Everything we are is flowing energy. So if you can listen and listen to your flowing energy and appreciate your talents, you rise to a smoother way of life. And I let go of being happy. I'm at inner peace. Everything is occurring for me, so I'm at inner peace. And once you get there, it feels really, really calm. And I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. And it's hypnotherapy, but I call it hypnoacuity because everybody's addicted to therapy and everybody gets all spun up about therapy. But hypnoacuity is about inspiration and sovereign liberation. And so I want to thank you. My website's mycowboywisdom.com. And I want to thank everybody. And may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world.